My aha moment when I decided to change to NET10 occurred in a school situation because I work at a community college. We moved into a new building, no reception on the carrier that I had. But I saw a student talking on his cell phone, so I asked him, what service you have? And he goes, oh, I have NET10. I don't know, it's NET10. I went out the next day and bought a NET10 phone. And it worked perfectly in the classroom. It was one of the best decisions for communications that I've done. The nice thing about NET10 is it says what you get and you get what it says. Plain and simple. There's no fine print, there's no hidden contracts, there's no hidden meaning. I put a refill card in this. I'm good to go for however many minutes it is. Simple, painless. It is what it says it is. Cell phone contracts, to me, I understand why a company would want to keep you under contract. They want to keep you as a customer. I get that plan. What I don't like about the contracts or that process in general is all the hidden charges, the surcharges, the usage charges, the fees that they charge that aren't taxes. I was an original subscriber, whatever they call it, original user of AT&T before it was even AT&T. They had roaming charges. And I was traveling in Kansas City, and my work in Los Angeles called me. And I said, why don't I call you back because I'm in roaming? Oh, no, it'll take a few minutes. I ended up with a $490 roaming charge, or the company did because the company paid it. But $490, and it was like a 60-minute phone call. I never had that with this. There's no roaming charges, there's no additional fees. I didn't believe that, by the way. I did not believe that the ads were quite accurate. Oh, there's always going to be a charge. There's always going to be some fee. Never had one. Never had additional charge, never had additional fees. I save about 40 to 50% a month. Previously, I was paying with fees and all the add-ons on my AT&T bill about $90 a month for 2 phones. The phone that I carry with me, and my wife has a phone, and it's less than $50 a month. I think the last time I put a 1,000-minute card in this, of course, I put a 300-minute card in hers, and she's used it for 3.5 months. My usage varies every month depending on what my project I'm working on. When I started, I go, oh, I'll use about 300 minutes a month, and I could fill it up with a 300-minute card. I found that a couple of months I was putting more minutes in, which was very easy to do. I mean, when I loaded this phone with additional minutes, it was literally type in the number, that was it. It was done and over with. The most I've used in a month is 1,000 minutes when I was pretty busy back and forth with some vendors. So 1,000-minute card, put it in, no problem. So that variety of minutes available to me has really helped reduce the cost because you only pay for the minutes you use. My 411 calls on my AT&T bill would add up to $10 to $15 additional a month, additional fees a month. I don't have that with my NET10 phone. I dial 411, get the information number I need. Most of the time they call it for me. It's painless, especially when I get the bill or lack of bill at the end of the month. But the reality is this phone gives me better service than my AT&T phone did. I live over on the coast of California, over by Ventura, and I drive 40 miles to work every day through the mountains. My AT&T service would drop calls through the mountains going from on Highway 126. My little NET10 phone, service all the way through, all the way from Ventura to Santa Clarita. This was the second phone that I had because the first one I dropped. And it's typical phone, doesn't like to be dropped. So when I changed the SIM card out, it had some problems coming up with the correct phone and whatever data it needed. Called customer service, they read me a bunch of codes, I punched in my phone. Took about 5 minutes, phone was back up and operating, the new phone in 5 minutes or less. So from that standpoint, the customer service that I've had to use on it has been seamless. I have. NET10, with the reception that I get when, again, other people in our building are not getting reception, they've asked, what are you used to be an AT&T customer, how are you getting service? I said, because I dropped AT&T and got NET10. Well, it's just the phone. I said, okay, whatever it is, NET10 phones and the service works. That's the bottom line. And I've told them that. I hope they've gone out and bought a NET10 phone. Some of them haven't. They're still struggling with service. I don't struggle with service. It works where I need it to work. For those of us who like quality, who like service, who like reliability, who like paying less for cell phone coverage, I recommend NET10 wholeheartedly. Is it for you? Only you can decide, but I decided, and I'm never going back.